Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Warrior Way. I wanted to discuss something that happened with me yesterday. I'm so grateful for my day yesterday. Every day, every moment is another opportunity to learn lessons, and I'm constantly learning, constantly growing. So I am learning to follow my own path, learning to follow my own way, to trust my own intuition. And I had this inclination for a little while. I mentioned that I went dancing at a place that I used to go to. It's got to be a little over a month ago that I went there. But ever since then, I wanted to find a place like I can dance where it's more people that would be like, understanding, open minded, of not like that the goal isn't to like meet someone to like go home with or anything like that. It's just to dance. And if anyone here has ever been to like ecstatic dancing, so a lot of the places that do ecstatic dancings can be like this. Of course, you're always going to have people in every scenario that you go to that are looking for different things when they're going to these types of events. So I found this thing. It's a beautiful event. It's for those of you who know, it's called Daybreakers. If you don't know, now you know it's called Daybreakers. It's a sober dancing event where they do a morning, like a weekend morning. It was a Saturday morning. They did a dance, and I wasn't sure if I was going to go. I saw it; it popped up on my Eventbrite feed, and then I saw it said the price was $33.33, which is synchronicity. Synchronicity that I wasn't sure even in that moment. I'll be honest with you. I was thanking God for just the fact that it said that, but I wasn't yet sure if I was going to go with it. And then I was listening to a video that maybe an hour later that was saying you should follow the synchronicity. So I followed it. I bought the ticket and I decided I was going to go. So I went to this event and I get there and I'm waiting online. I'm saying hello to whoever I'm saying hello to. And then I guess as I get in, there was a woman there, beautiful woman, who said to me, "Do you want a hug?" I said, "Yes." We hugged. It was a beautiful moment, and I was so grateful. We had a little conversation. She was very present, eye to eye with me the whole time. I'm so grateful. If you were listening to this, if you ever hear this, I'm grateful for you. We had a beautiful hug in that moment. I was telling her it was such a beautiful moment to have a hug without any other conditions, and it was beautiful. But it happens to be there was a lot of people there, and it was a little overwhelming for me. I'm a people person. I love people, and I used to love events like this where there's so many people. This used to be my thing, where there was so many people, but this was a lot overwhelming. And they started with like a little dance vibe situation, which I got into. I met a few people. It was fun. I did it for a little bit, and then I was like, okay, I had enough, and then I just participated by sitting and engaging in conversation with someone next to me. It was a beautiful moment. Then the dancing started and it got very, very overwhelming. So I went from like, I was kind of in the front ish area and I moved myself towards the back where I created more space for myself and I was kind of dancing in my own zone. And I noticed, you notice the people around you, you notice sometimes the energies want to maybe come over, they're not sure. I'm not interested in necessarily engaging so strongly with people unless people approach me. One guy actually came pretty close and then he was like vibing with me. So I was like, all right, let's vibe for a little bit. So it was good. It was a good chill, and he actually introduced himself. And there was some other people along the way, like where I was, if you're waiting for the water, things like that happen. And it was a really nice moment, but it was a lot of energy in one space, and you have to know yourself. And for myself, like I I was grateful to dance for a little while, get it in, and I may or may not go back to something like that, but it was definitely worth trying something like that out to follow it. I don't even know necessarily, you don't even always know why you're there. But here we go. This is the part that gets interesting. So I decided I'm going to walk outside, and they did it by where they did it by water. So it's by a pier and by the Brooklyn Bridge, and it's right by the Brooklyn Bridge, right by the water. And I go outside, and it's a beautiful view. So there's an area to sit down or just like hang out. And I sat down, I closed my eyes for a few. I knew I wasn't going to close my eyes for long to meditate for a long period of time. I wasn't planning to do that because just there's too many eyeballs and I'm not trying to create a scene, but I just wanted to breathe for a few minutes and enjoy the view. So I closed my eyes and I opened my eyes. As I open my eyes, I hear this girl is walking by me, beautiful soul. She walks by and she says, "Whoa, you're so handsome." And I said, "Thank you so much. I really appreciate it." Um, and she was making a lot of compliments, a lot of compliments. I'm grateful for you if you're listening to this video. I did not give her my YouTube. I told her I'm a creator, but I don't, necessarily share unless somebody really asks me for it. And she pursued, and And she kind of, not kind of, she said straight up to me the thing that I would have liked to hear, a few years back, which was, "Hey, I would really like to have fun with you." And I don't think I've ever heard someone be straight up like that. Maybe, it's happened here and there, but not where I didn't do anything. I didn't even approach her. I didn't nothing. I was just sitting and she approached me, and I was so grateful. Not that she said that, because that's beautiful in itself. Like, I'm grateful for that too, I guess. But I was grateful for the fact that I recognized in that moment that that's how the universe works. God was sending me her. She's God. I'm God. She's the goddess. And sending me her to show me that you don't have to do anything. The love of your life is going to show up at exactly the moment it's supposed to show up. That wasn't my love of my life, but she can show up at exactly, and you're going to be in the right scenario at the right moment, and it's just going to happen. And it's not from your efforts that it's going to happen. It's just going to happen. And that's a microcosm of every single thing that you're in life, is that there's a lot of us, we think that, like, I had to go to this dancing event, right? Like, I have to go to the event. So you say, okay, but if I didn't go to the dancing event, then, like, you don't meet that girl, right? But sometimes you think you're going to an event, that you're going to do something, like you're going to make it happen. And really the whole purpose is you follow it to for something else to happen. And it could be that I wasn't even meeting her for me. It could be she was meeting me, that she needed to meet me, and she needed to meet, maybe to meet a guy that was not going to say yes to that situation, was going to say, hey, and I actually did say to her, hey, say, hey, I'm not in that place right now. She's like, what, you're on a spiritual journey? I said, yeah. She's like, let me guess, you have not been with someone in a while. I said, yes, but that's not the reason. I said, the real reason, it was not the right moment. It was not going to happen. Like, I have to get to know somebody or feel a certain way about somebody, and I don't know you yet, right? So, and I was saying to her, like, I have to go. I have my son's football game. Like, but I was so grateful. So I said to her, I'm like, but I have a few minutes. You're welcome to come sit with me. And she sat with me, and it was a beautiful few moments. She was talking to me about her own life and her own stuff that she's going through in her own life, and I felt for her. I felt for her, in that, she ended up mentioning certain things she was doing, and I said, hey, listen, look, and I've said on these videos, everything's already happened. So it's just, wherever you are is what you need to do. Wherever you are in your life, your reality is your reality. You can't change your reality to make it my reality. My reality is my reality. The way I see the world is that where I'm standing, there's nothing to do. It's just, we're here to help each other see this through, like, see this world through. Like, we're here experiencing, and whatever we can do to help one another, whether it's create on here, like I do with my poetry, like I do with my speaking, whether it's singing, whether it's writing, whether it's art, whether it's building buildings, whether it's whatever it is that you're doing in your life, that you're creating something. Everyone here has a different thing that they're doing. But ultimately, the creating is to make everyone's life easier. It's not necessarily to hoard things for ourselves. Along the way, we get lost in it because we think this is so real. I had a conversation with my own family member, my father, and which who I love. I love all my family members, and I was saying that I just don't see the world the same way that he does, in the same way that the other family members do when it comes to the money, and there's some struggles with money going on amongst them. And I said, I have to do what I have to do to show everybody that, like, God for me is not money. It's not like, in God we trust on the dollar bill. People trust in money as being God. Money is the golden calf. What are idols? People think that idols are like some sort of like statue. Idols is money. That's what the golden calf's whole thing is, gold. It's money. It's the idea that money became God. And that's and even spiritual people, and this needs to be said, even spiritual people get caught up in the money. That doesn't mean that you can't do things for money. Of course, whatever you're doing is fine, but just don't worship the money. Don't, it's not, it comes and it goes, it flows. It's going to grow, it's going to go slow, it's going to move around, it's whatever it's going to do. But the point of it isn't to hoard. The point of it is to let go of it, it's to give, is to help others, is to even realize that it's not a thing, it's monopoly. We're playing monopoly here. It's not real, it's papers. Then they make credit cards. What do you think credit cards are for? Credit cards, on the light side of things, is to help us forget, help us not make money into such a thing that it's just like not real. And then now we have cryptocurrencies. What do you think crypto is? whole idea of crypto is that we don't think about it as like the same thing as money anymore. Don't worry about it. It's not a thing, it's energy. How does it flow through energy? The idea of give and take, how it works is miracles. God's going to provide for you in ways. It doesn't have to be through giving you dollar bills. It's just going to be that it works through different exchanges. And the shadowy aspects of ourselves tell us that no, no, check your accounts, check it every day. Check how much you have, check how much you have, check how much you have, and constantly look and how much does this cost? Oh, I should get a deal and all that stuff. And growing up in a Jewish home, like trust me, we're looking for deals, and I can't help it. Still, yeah, like the cereal's on sale, and I'm buying cereal on sale because that's like what I do, and I still can't help it. Like I still want to buy the cheaper thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm still in that place of like, yeah, I would find I don't need to buy the more expensive thing, but I also find myself that I do a couple things that are a little different now, where when I want to tip, if I was going to tip a little less, I tip a little more. When I go to a store and it says, "Do you want to give the extra money for some charity?" Sometimes I for whatever reason I say no, but more often than not now I click the yes button, whether it's like at a CVS or like one of these types of places where they say, "Do you want to round it up?" Yes, round it up. It's a couple cents, 70 cents, 25 cents, whatever it is. Round it up. Even you could, people could be like, "How do you know it's really going to the charity?" Hopefully, it is going to the charity, right? Like you would hope that that money is going to the charity, and I hope it is, and I know that my money is for sure. It's God, so God's letting it go wherever it goes, so it's going to go for wherever it needs to go, and to set aside money for charity and to keep on giving that, and and then for your children to make sure you give to them, and your family has to come in a certain way to take care of them, of course, and it should be without strife. So the things that you're giving away the money for, in a sense, is to create peace. So if anything that whenever you feel like you're holding, the release is very important because the release is showing yourself, the God within yourself, that God's got me. God already has this plan, and I know it's already planned out, so it's not mine. So whatever's going to go is going to go. I know this is hard for some of us in this world that we're in the spiritual world that many people are now in, and maybe even listening to me on here. But the message is, I think, really important for us is that do what you do. I mean, go to work, whatever it is, make your money, do whatever it is that you need to do for yourself. Eventually, it goes away. Eventually, you retire or you die or whatever it is. You're not working forever. We know that the idea of working for the dollar, it's not a thing. It's just what it is for right now. You have to do it for right now. But ultimately, don't get attached to it. Don't make it a thing. It's not a thing. So let it go, let it flow, and then you will grow. And then you will know that it's not your show, it's God's show. It really is God's show. Um, Again, I like to rhyme every time. It's by God's design. But for me, I no longer count my dimes. I don't worry about the time. I'll stay right here in the now, and I'll take that bow to God to follow my Tao. And everyone's path, oh, I should end with this. Everyone's path is uniquely designed for them. So it's funny with the money aspect too. It's also that each person's path with the money is a little different, like how you break free of that. So because some people have a lot of it when they start this journey, and some people have none. So all that's different. And what God's planned is for you, you can't change it. So if you're supposed to have a lot, you're going to have a lot, no matter what you do. And if you have a little or a lot right now, it's irrelevant. You could run out. You could end up winning the lottery. How you have to buy a ticket? You don't even have to buy a ticket. Miracles can happen. Money can show up in your account. Money could show up in a check in the mail. Money could show up as a refund in your emails. Money could show up in any which way. Someone could just say, "Here you go. Here's a present." Someone could die in your family, and they just leave you. That could happen. And yeah, you don't rely on any one specific thing, but you do rely on God. And that's what God is. God works through all these different mechanisms. God has the ability. I look around as I sit outside in nature. I'm like, holy cow, it's everything. It's the bird flying by, it's the tree, it's the wind, it's the air, it's the sky, it's the clouds, it's the human walking by, even who's not looking at you, even who growls his face at you, or the dog goes right. All of it, all of it, the bug, all of it is God. So God can make it happen anyway, but you have to know that. You have to know that inside that it's anything, it's all of it. So when that girl approached me outside that place, that's the goddess. That's God. Just like anything else. And God is saying, hey, you want to have fun? You want to have fun? And you could say, I want to have fun in a different way. I want to play differently. My play is let's just hang out. Let's talk. I'm grateful for you. If that girl ever comes on here and listens, I'm grateful for you. If you're listening to this, I'm really grateful for you. I'm grateful for all of you for being here. If this resonated with you, please click the like button for others to get that message and to share it with them as well, and to subscribe. it just enhances other people's ability to get this message. It's not for me. At this point, I've realized I'm just grateful to share. One person can grow from this and can get something from this and can feel a little bit of positivity in their life. I'm grateful. So thank you again. Talk to you on the next one.